Japan proved that Japan is no more dark horse or the surprise package in the World Cup, but Japan is a one nation, the country who is actually a competitor for all the footballing top nation of the world. I think it's very, very positive that Japan can progress to the next round as well, and maybe quarterfinal to the semi-final to the even finals.
काटू क्या अभी काटू? आप नहीं रुक जाओ। गेम कोई भी हो, पकड़ मजबूत होनी चाहिए।
सीमेंट से पकड़ बनाए मजबूत। SRMB 550D TMT bar।
যারা ইস্ট বেঙ্গলকে মন প্রাণ দিয়ে ভালোবাসেন, যারা ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের অনেক পুরনো অনুরাগী, তারা এই ভদ্রলোককে অবশ্যই চিনবেন। একটা সময় ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের হয়ে দাপিয়ে খেলেছেন, ভারতীয় ফুটবলে অত্যন্ত পরিচিত মুখ। তিনি ভারতীয় নন, তিনি জাপানি। জাপানে তার জন্ম, কিন্তু তার ফুটবলটা পুরোটাই ভারত কেন্দ্রিক। আই লিগ, ISL অ্যাজ এ ফুটবলার হিসেবে আরাতা ইজুমি যথেষ্ট দায়িত্বের সঙ্গে তার পারফরমেন্স করে গিয়েছেন। এমনকি ভারতীয় দলের জার্সিতেও আরাতা ইজুমি নজর কাড়া পারফরমেন্স করেছেন। সেই আরাতা আজকে এক্সট্রা টাইম বাংলায় পর্দায় আমাদের সঙ্গে আড্ডা দেবেন। না, ভারতীয় ফুটবল নিয়ে আমরা তেমনটা কথা বলবো না, কথা বলবো আরাতার যে জন্মভূমি অর্থাৎ সূর্যোদয়ের দেশ জাপানকে নিয়ে। সেই 2002 বিশ্বকাপ হিতোদোষী নাকাতার জাপান প্রথমবার বিশ্বকাপ খেলতে নেমেই জিকোর কোচিং এ অনবদ্য পারফরমেন্স করেছিল। তারপর থেকে ভূমিকম্পের দেশ জাপান, সূর্যোদয়ের দেশ জাপান, সেই জাপান কিন্তু বিশ্ব ফুটবলে দাপিয়ে বেড়াচ্ছে। চলতি বিশ্বকাপে হল্যান্ডের বিরুদ্ধে পিছিয়ে থেকেও 2-2 গোলে ড্র, দ্বিতীয় ম্যাচে 4 গোলে জয়। এই জাপান কত দূর যাবে? এশিয়ার একাধিক দেশ এবারে ফিফা বিশ্বকাপে অংশগ্রহণ নিয়েছে, তার মধ্যে জাপান কি সবচেয়ে সেরা? এই জাপান কি আগামী দিনে ব্রাজিল, আর্জেন্টিনা কিংবা পর্তুগাল, জার্মানি, নেদারল্যান্ডস এদের বিরুদ্ধে চোখে চোখ রেখে লড়াই করতে পারবে? সামগ্রিক বিষয় নিয়ে, জাপানের এই ফুটবলের উন্নতি নিয়ে আরাতার সঙ্গে কথা বলে নেবো। আরাতা এক্সট্রা টাইম বাংলায় আপনাকে স্বাগত। ওয়েলকাম টু এক্সট্রা টাইম বাংলা।
থ্যাংক ইউ। কেমন আছো?
কেমন আছো? আমরা সবাই ভালো আছি, আপনি কেমন আছেন?
Sorry, I can't understand. That is only one word I can speak.
Okay. How fascinating that your team performance, your Japan team performance in this World Cup after watched 2 matches.
Yeah, I think it has been very, very convincing performance from the Japanese side. The first game against Holland and the second game against Tunisia. I think Japan proved that Japan is no more dark horse or the surprise package in the World Cup, but Japan is a one nation, the country who is actually a competitor for all the footballing top nation of the world. So I think, wow, the games, if you see, it's just so exciting to see that that Japan is playing this way and coming up with the results like this in the World Cup, the biggest stage in the world.
Though Japan footballer played attacking football, do you think that Japan will break the jinx and play in the round of 16?
I think so, and I hope so. Of course, I mean, lots depends on the opponent. I think at this point of time, the anticipation will be whether meeting Brazil or Morocco. I think both are very, very strong side. In my opinion, they are both champion contenders. But I just now I mentioned, Japan also one of the contender of being a world champion in this series of World Cup. So whoever the opponent is going to be a very, very tough challenge for the Japan. But if at all, what I'm seeing from the last 2 games, I think Japan prepared themselves so well to compete with any opponent with any type of football. You mentioned about attacking football, but if you see the defensively also Japan team being very, very solid and looking for those very speedy counter-attack with the technical, tactical ability of the players and the finishing ability also with the Ayase, the striker. I think he's being fantastic in terms of scoring the goals. So I think it's very, very positive that Japan can progress to the next round as well, and maybe quarterfinal to the semi-final to the even finals.
So what's your assumption? How Japan footballers are handling the pressure in the knockout stages? What's your mantra?
I think they've been World Cup since 1998, and every series of World Cup they are there. Of course, probably the generation changed, but all those knowledge and experience must have passed on from the seniors to younger generation, which is exactly happening. If you see in the squad, Nagatomo is there, being a 40 years old, still selected for the national team, and he is there as probably the leader of the group, and to share his great experience. Having I think 4 World Cup experience, I think these things are definitely shaping them up, and these guys are top notch players. They will handle the pressure, and I'm sure they'll be enjoying that as well.
Do you think that this is the strongest Japan side which play the World Cup?
Yes, fairly I can say that. Like I said, I never seen Japan performing like this in the biggest stage of the footballing world against the top nations. Still, the fact is there's no Minamino, there's no Mitoma, there's no Endo. There's a few players supposed to be the main players are not there. Still, Japan have enough players to compete this level. It means the depth of the players and talent pool of the Japan is proving to the world that Japan have enough strengths to be competitive in this level.
It's not only the footballer and coach. Japan supporters are remarkable. After the Qatar World Cup now in USA, they're doing such things. After the match, they're cleaning the stadium, cleaning the gallery. Brazil or Argentina supporters, they are fighting with each other in the street of the road. But Japan supporters are very cool and calm. They sing for the team. They sang out that say dance, but they are remarkable.
Well, it's a cultural thing, and in Japan we always taught to, clean the place when you come, and let's make it cleaner when we leave, and that is a part of our system, and that's how we were taught by the, parents, teachers, and seniors. So this is as a Japanese, it's pretty normal, and I really appreciate that the world is appreciating that. The other side, I can understand the emotional burst of other countries' supporters as well. I mean, it's a World Cup. You want to see and you want to fight for it. So I think Japan have a good part, and but other countries' supporters also, having the great part. And I think that is how makes the World Cup as one of the most entertaining sports event in the history of human being.
Will Japan team perform in the World Cup? Do you think that Japan team beat Brazil, Argentina, Germany, Spain, this type of giants?
Yes, like I said, it is very much possible. Like I said, Japan is no more dark horse or the team who does giant killing. I am quite sure that all the other countries are treating or thinking Japan as their competitors. So whenever they face with Japan, there's no such as that, underestimate or something like that. It's going to be just a fair competition, and both sides will have a fair opportunity to beat each other. So I think anyway, it's going to be a very, very strong and interesting competition.
My next question is, how do you rate the coach performance and coach strategy, Izumi Moriyasu for strategy?
I think the coach did phenomenal job. Not only him, but entire coaching staff. If you look at the game of the Japan, you can clearly see their preparation in each phase of the game and each moment of the game. They have very, very clear, understanding between the players and the coaching staff. Also, it's football is such as it's the time to time that things changing drastically at the same time, but these players will be are able to adapt to the situation and come up with the solution, which they are very much showing last 2 games. So I think the coaches and the coaching staff did fantastic job, as well as the players' capacity to understand and execute whatever the input is coming through from the coaches. So the ability of the coaches, players also making these things happen. It's amazing to see that.
Arata, we all are mesmerized about Japan performance, but in the backstage in the year and the early days when Japan qualified for the World Cup in 2002, then Zico was the coach. So how Zico changed the Japan football culture?
See, Zico came earlier than 2002. He was playing JFL. He was playing for the J League club. Of course, he brought a lot of positive things to Japanese football. And what he implemented the most is, I think, the mentality. It is something that the winner's mentality, so we always call it. I think he being the best player of his time in the world, and he could bring something that probably at that moment Japan didn't have. But because of all this help and support from the players and coaches coming from outside, or of course the Japanese coaches who are open and ready to learn from these experts from the outside, and that's exactly what is showing and today as a result, and what is shaping up Japanese football as one of the strongest nation in all over the world.
In lots of Japanese footballers played in the European League. He is the biggest advantage for the Japanese team in the World Cup because they know how European football culture is very well.
Well, World Cup is a World Cup. It's not only the European players are there. So there's a South America, there's African, so there's a different sports altogether. I mean, the football altogether. But yeah, of course, these players who left Japan and played in abroad, they have this very, very important exposure to expose themselves to different footballing style or whatever it is. So definitely, these are the players who is being able to bring that experience onto the pitch and being adaptable and being outstanding on the pitch, competing against these world-class players from other nations.
As per your understanding, you tell me the 4 footballers who create most chances or most dangerous footballer in this Japan football team, who can be lethal against the big team.
See, Japanese, one of the unique characteristics of the Japanese football is every player is brilliant. I always talk about a car. Maybe there's not like a Lamborghini, but all of them are like a Lexus. So, it means everyone can be the game changer. Everyone can be the one of the best player on the pitch. But personally, for this edition of World Cup, I'm looking forward to see something very, very incredible from this Ayase Ueda, the striker, number 18. Japan being a long time, Japan having the issue of scoring ability. But I think he's one of the strikers that I've never seen from the Japan side who can really, really have the ability to score the goal. If you see against Tunisia, that a goal which is scored from the out of the box, oh man, that is something that remarkable, and I've never seen that kind of goal from a Japanese striker. So I'm very much looking forward to what he's going to bring on the pitch for the games.
Thank you, Arata. Thank you giving us time. And এতক্ষণ দেখছিলেন আপনারা যেমন বিশ্ব ফুটবলে জাপান কিভাবে নিজেদের প্রভাব বিস্তার করেছে এবারে বিশ্বকাপে, সেটা আমরা সকলেই চাক্ষুষ করেছি। ইতিমধ্যে 2টো ম্যাচ জাপান খেলে ফেলেছে, হারের বিন্দুমাত্র নেই, বরঞ্চ জাপানের পারফরমেন্স থেকে মনে হচ্ছে তারা জিততেই এসছে প্রত্যেকটা ম্যাচ। এবং জাপান ফুটবলের খুঁটিনাটি, জাপান ফুটবলের উন্নতি, জিকো কিভাবে জাপান ফুটবলকে বদলেছিলেন, এখনকার জাপান ফুটবল কতটা আগ্রাসী মনোভাব নিয়ে খেলছেন জাপানি ফুটবলাররা, সবটা নিয়ে আলোচনা করলেন। এবং যদি আপনাদের এই অনুষ্ঠানটি ভালো লেগে থাকে, যদি সাক্ষাৎকারটি ভালো লেগে থাকে, তাহলে দয়া করে নিজেদের বন্ধুদের মধ্যে ছড়িয়ে দিন, লিঙ্কটি শেয়ার করুন এবং লাইক করুন, এবং এইভাবেই এক্সট্রা টাইম বাংলার পাশে থাকুন।
এক্সট্রা টাইম।
লেটেস্ট নিউজ আর এক্সক্লুসিভ ভিডিওর সঙ্গে আপডেট থাকতে এখনই সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন আমাদের ইউটিউব চ্যানেল। বেল আইকনে ক্লিক করতে ভুলবেন না যেন।